Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your legs just weren't there for you? Like they've lost the power they once had? Climbing stairs feels steeper than before. A simple walk around the block suddenly feels like a marathon, and you wonder what's going on. You eat right, you move around, you even try those healthy morning routines everyone talks about, but still your legs feel heavier, weaker, slower. Why? Well, here's something no one talks about. It's not always about what you're not doing. Sometimes it's about what you are doing every single day. And the scariest part, you're doing it with the best intentions. You see, we've been told for decades fruit is healthy. Eat more fruit. Nature's candy, they say. But what if I told you some of the very fruits you believe are helping you are quietly chipping away at your strength? What if the pain in your knees, the stiffness in your calves, the fatigue in your legs that just won't go away isn't from aging alone? What if it's from something on your plate? Yes, you heard that right. Certain fruits that seem innocent, sweet, and full of health may be slowly draining your leg strength, triggering hidden inflammation, messing with your circulation, and silently breaking down your mobility. You see, after age 60, the body changes, your metabolism slows, your circulation weakens, and your ability to process sugars, acids, and certain compounds. It all shifts, but we don't change our habits. We keep eating the same things. And the damage happens slowly, quietly, until one day you're wondering why walking feels like lifting bricks. Today I'm going to reveal the 7 most dangerous fruits for seniors, especially those over 60, that could be destroying your leg strength without you even knowing it. These are not myths. This is not exaggeration. This is the truth backed by how the aging body works. So if you care about your health, if you want your legs to carry you longer and stronger, then stay with me till the very end, because the fruit you're about to discover might just be the one you ate this morning. And before we dive in, type 1 in the comments if this is already resonating with you, or 0 if you're still unsure. Either way, your voice matters. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and let's uncover what's been hiding behind the sweetness all along. Fruit 1, pineapple, the silent inflammation gatherer. Pineapple, tropical, juicy, sweet, and often praised for bromelain, a natural anti-inflammatory. But here's the twist. What's considered a healer can become a hidden attacker, especially in aging bodies. See, pineapple is loaded with strong natural acids and high sugar content. It tastes innocent. But inside your body, those sugars spike your blood. And when your blood sugar shoots up, your circulation takes a hit. Your legs, your feet, they stop getting the oxygen and nutrients they need. And instead of feeling energized, they feel swollen, tired, achy, and that bromelain everyone talks about, it can interact with blood thinners dangerously. Oh, the worst part? The damage doesn't shout. It whispers, slowly inflaming your joints, silently swelling your ankles until you wake up one day wondering why your knees hurt so much after doing nothing at all. If you've ever felt your legs feel heavy for no clear reason, pineapple might be the reason hiding in plain sight. Now, I'm not saying never eat it, but if you're already facing joint issues, swelling, or leg fatigue, it might be time to look at that pineapple differently. Fruit 2, bananas, the imposer of muscle. Bananas are the friendly face of fruit. They're easy, soft, full of potassium, and supposedly great for muscles, right? Well, not exactly. Not after 60. Here's what no one tells you. Bananas are loaded with natural sugar and fast-digesting carbs. That spike, it's real. And when your insulin response is already slowing down with age, your body doesn't handle it well. What follows? Inflammation, leg stiffness, dull aching after meals, a sense of heaviness you can't explain. You might even notice your calves cramping at night or your ankles puffing up by evening, all while thinking and eating clean. That's the trick. Bananas wear the mask of muscle food while secretly draining your leg energy over time. It's not about hating bananas. It's about being smarter than the marketing. If your legs are feeling weaker, bananas may be doing more harm than good. Fruit 3, grapes. Little fruit, big trouble. They're tiny, they're sweet. They come in bunches so beautiful, so tempting that you don't think twice before popping a few, then a few more, and suddenly you've eaten 20 grapes. Nature's candy, right? They're marketed as heart healthy, full of antioxidants, good for blood pressure. And yes, all of that can be true for a younger body. But after 60, these little fruits can become a major source of pain. You see, grapes are loaded with fructose, a form of natural sugar that seems harmless until it isn't. Let me explain something most people never hear. Fructose is processed differently than other sugars. Your liver has to break it down. But with age, the liver's efficiency slows. And instead of giving you clean energy, it creates fat and uric acid as byproducts. Now, here's the kicker. Uric acid doesn't just vanish. It starts to accumulate in your joints, especially in places like your knees, ankles, toes, and calves. And what does that lead to? intermittent swelling, stiffness when you wake up, burning in your feet at night. Sudden pain in the big toe or heel even when you haven't done anything. Sound familiar? That's not coincidence. That's a warning sign your body is giving you. That information is quietly building up. What makes grapes even more dangerous is how easy they are to overeat. They're small, refreshing, and they don't feel heavy. But you're not eating 5, you're eating 50. And that's a sugar bomb your aging body wasn't built to handle anymore. And remember, it's not just sugar. The oxidative stress caused by excess fructose fuels chronic inflammation throughout the body, especially the legs. Before you know it, your mobility starts to change. Not dramatically, not suddenly, but slowly, day by day. Walking feels a little less steady. Your knees don't bend as easily. Your legs feel tired faster than they used to. You might blame aging. You might think it's just your joints wearing down, but sometimes the real culprit is sitting in your fruit bowl. So if you've been dealing with strange stiffness, swelling, or burning in your legs lately, look at those innocent-looking grapes with a more critical eye. You don't have to fear them, but you do have to respect what they can do to a senior body. Fruit 4, watermelon. The bogus hydrator. Watermelon. Just the name feels refreshing, doesn't it? You picture a sunny afternoon, a cold slice in your hands, that first juicy bite, sweet, watery, light. It almost feels like the perfect fruit. Low in calories, hydrating, safe. But what if I told you that very slice could be silently draining your energy, stealing your leg strength, one bite at a time? Let's break the illusion. Yes, watermelon is full of water. Yes, it's low in fat. And yes, it feels light in your stomach. But here's what no one tells seniors. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit. That means the sugar inside it enters your bloodstream fast. Not gradually, not gently, but like a sugar rush slamming into your body. And when you're over 60, your insulin regulation just isn't what it used to be. That sugar spike, it doesn't just raise your blood sugar, it inflames your blood vessels, and that means poor circulation, especially in your lower body, your legs, your feet, your ankles. They stop receiving the oxygen they need. They don't flush out toxins as efficiently, and slowly they begin to feel heavy, swollen, weak, and you might not connect the dots. You'll think, why do my ankles feel puffy after a walk? Or why do my legs get tired so fast even on easy days? But the real reason could be that sweet red fruit in your fridge. Watermelon creates an illusion of hydration, but the damage it causes to blood sugar and circulation far outweighs the water gives. And because it tastes light, because it goes down so easy, you eat a lot, 2 slices, 3, maybe 4, and every bite adds more pressure on your bloodstream and more inflammation to your joints. If you've noticed your legs feeling more exhausted, if you felt that subtle discomfort during walks or persistent ankle swelling that won't go away, it's time to ask yourself a serious question. Is watermelon still worth it? Because for many seniors, it's not just fruit. It's a hidden trap disguised as a treat. Be smart, be observant, and most importantly, listen to what your legs are trying to tell you. Fruit 5, oranges. The attack of acid on joints, they smell fresh, they look vibrant, they're loaded with vitamin C, the immune booster. Oranges are everywhere in your breakfast, your juice, your snacks, but here's what no one warns you about. Oranges might be attacking your joints from the inside out. It sounds dramatic, but for seniors, this isn't exaggeration. You see, oranges are high in citric acid, and while acid sounds harmless in a fruit, it behaves very differently in an aging body. That acid doesn't just tingle your tongue, it travels, it enters your bloodstream, and it irritates tissues, especially joint tissues that are already weakened or inflamed. Think about it. Have your knees felt stiff in the morning lately? Do your hips achy after sitting too long? Do your legs feel a weird discomfort, especially after meals or rest? That's not just age. It could be a sign that acid is silently wearing down your joint flexibility, and there's more. Oranges are also packed with natural sugar, something we've already learned becomes harder to process after 60. So now you've got a double whammy. Sugar causing inflammation and acid irritating your joints, your legs. They start to feel the weight of it all. More swelling, more stiffness, more pain just going down the stairs or standing up from the couch. And it creeps in slowly. 1 week, your knees click. A month later, you're avoiding long walks. Then suddenly you can't remember the last time your legs felt light. And yet, every morning you sip that orange juice believing you're doing something healthy because that's what they told you. That's what you believed for years. But now your body is telling a different story. I'm not saying oranges are evil. They're not. But if your joints are already inflamed, if your legs are already aching, If every movement feels just a little harder than it used to, then it's time to look at oranges not as a friend, but as something you may have outgrown. And don't worry, I'll show you safer, smarter options soon. But first, let's talk about something that seems even more innocent. Crisp, clean, green, fruit 6, green apples, a secret cause of leg pain. They look clean, they taste sharp. They're often labeled as the healthy apple. Lower in sugar, higher in fiber, that classic green crunch, it feels like discipline, like you're doing something right. But here's the problem. That sharpness you taste, that's malic acid. And for seniors, that acid can slowly turn into pain. Let me explain. Green apples contain malic acid, the very compound that gives them that crisp, sour edge. Sounds harmless, right? But inside an aging body, that acid becomes a silent irritant, especially if you already deal with joint discomfort, inflammation, or poor digestion. You see, with age, the protective lining of your stomach and gut becomes more sensitive. Acids that your body once handled with ease now cause internal strain. And malic acid, it doesn't just upset your stomach. It can trigger inflammation in tissues surrounding your joints, especially your hips, thighs, and knees. Think about this. Have you been dealing with mild but constant tightness in your thighs, or that weird heat in your feet at night? Maybe your knees feel stiff just walking around the house. You might not blame the apple, but your body remembers every bite. And there's something else. Green apples may seem lower in sugar compared to red ones, and that's true, but they still contain natural sugars that when eaten daily can spike blood sugar in seniors with slower metabolisms. That means more inflammation, more cal fatigue, more of those early morning leg cramps and restless nights. And here's the catch. Most people eat green apples raw and often alone. No fiber support, no protein, just acid and sugar hitting your system like a slow burning fuse. So over time, the symptoms grow. You feel a little off balance. Your knees complain after a grocery run. Getting out of bed starts taking longer. You chalk it up to age. But sometimes it's the green apple showing up day after day, quietly adding fuel to the fire. Now, I'm not saying throw them away completely, but if you've been battling joint pain, if your legs feel stiffer than usual, it might be time to take a break and see how your body responds. Because sometimes the healthiest choice is only healthy for who you used to be, not the body you live in now. And now it's time to meet the biggest sugar trap of them all, sweet, soft, beloved fruit. 7, mango, a sugar explosion for your joints. Mango. Just hearing the name brings back warm memories. Summer afternoons, sticky fingers, that rich golden sweetness melting on your tongue. It feels like nature's dessert, a gift, you've always loved. But what if I told you that very mango could be one of the most dangerous things you eat after 60? Sounds harsh, right? But hear me out. Mangoes are packed with natural sugar and not just a little. One ripe mango can carry over 45 grams of sugar. That's more than a can of soda. Now sure, it's natural sugar, but your body doesn't know the difference anymore. You see, once you cross into your 60s, your metabolism shifts, your insulin response slows, and your ability to handle sugar, even the healthy kind, drops significantly. So when you bite into that sweet mango, your blood sugar spikes fast, hard, and suddenly your body is scrambling to keep up. That sugar rush doesn't just disappear. It triggers internal inflammation, especially in soft tissues and joints. It targets the places already worn down by age, your ankles, your knees, your hips. You might notice it as a dull ache in your legs, or a burning sensation in your feet at night, or that weird tingling in your toes that just won't go away. And the worst part, mangoes are so soft, so easy to eat that you don't stop at one piece. One slice turns into 2, then 3. You finish the whole thing thinking you're treating yourself to something pure. But the damage builds day after day, bite after bite. Suddenly walking feels heavier. Climbing stairs leaves you winded. Your joints feel thick, swollen, like they'd lost their flexibility. You might think it's age. You might blame the weather, but sometimes it's the mango. What once gave you joy may now be robbing you of your strength. That's not to say you can never touch it again, but if you're already battling poor circulation, joint pain, or fatigue in your legs, mangoes are not your friend right now. Be mindful. Be protective of your independence, because strong legs mean freedom, and that freedom is worth more than a moment of sweetness. Therapeutic alternatives. What to eat instead. Now that you know which fruits could be quietly weakening your legs, let's talk about healing. And let's talk about support. Let's talk about fruits that don't just sit well with your age, that work for it. Because here's the truth. Growing older doesn't mean giving up. It means getting smarter with every choice you make. And your fruits, they can either drain you or they can strengthen you. Let's start with a powerful trio. One, berries, the tiny warriors, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. They might be small, but inside they're packed with anti-inflammatory compounds that actually calm the body. Unlike high sugar fruits, berries are low on the glycemic index, meaning no blood sugar spikes, just slow, steady energy, the kind your legs crave. They're loaded with antioxidants that help repair cells. They improve circulation, especially in the lower body. And if you've been dealing with stiffness, swelling, or tired feet, berries can help reduce those symptoms over time. Think of them as gentle fuel helping your body move with more ease. 2, cherries, the pain soothers. Now, I'll say this clearly, don't overdo it, but in small amounts, just a handful, cherries can help reduce uric acid. Yes, the same uric acid that builds up in your joints and causes goat-like pain. They're known to soothe sore joints, ease burning sensations in the feet, and support better movement. The key is moderation. A few cherries, not a bowl. 3, avocado, the surprising fruit. Yes, avocado. It's a fruit and it's one of the most powerful allies you can have. It's packed with healthy fats that cushion your joints, reduce internal inflammation, and help stabilize insulin levels, giving you steady energy throughout the day. No sugar, no spike, just strength. If you've been feeling weak after meals, switch to avocado. Your legs will feel the difference. 4, papaya, the gentle healer, soft, easy to digest. Papaya contains enzymes that reduce inflammation without irritating your gut or joints. It's perfect for aging stomachs, and it helps ease discomfort in your knees, hips, and lower back. Plus, it supports smoother digestion so nutrients absorb better. 5, pears, the quiet balancer. Pears have a mild, subtle sweetness, but when paired with fiber or protein, like a handful of nuts, they give you clean energy without overworking your blood sugar. No crashes, no viviness in your legs after eating, just calm, lasting nourishment. Pears help keep circulation moving, reduce bloating, and make movement more comfortable. The message is simple. You don't have to cut out fruit. You just have to choose the ones that respect your body's new needs. These fruits, they work with your body, not against it. They help your legs feel stronger, your joints feel lighter, your steps feel more confident. Because aging doesn't mean shrinking, it means rising with wisdom. If you've made it this far, that says something powerful about you. You care, you're aware, you're not just letting time take its course, you're taking control. And I want you to know it's not too late. Not too late to change, not too late to recover, not too late to feel better in your body than you have in years. The stiffness, the swelling, that quiet fear of losing balance, of feeling unsteady, it's not something you have to just accept. You are not weak, you are not fragile, you are wise, and wisdom gives you power. What we talked about today isn't about fear, it's about awareness. It's about listening to your body in ways you never had to before, because now your body is whispering things it once shouted, and the beautiful part is small changes bring big rewards. One fruit at a time, one decision at a time, one smart step forward at a time. You don't have to banish every sweet thing from your life, but you do have to understand what's right for you. The fruits we covered today, they're not bad. They're just no longer the best for where your body is now. And that's okay, because when you start choosing foods that support circulation, that soothe inflammation, that nourish instead of spike, you begin to feel it. Your legs feel steadier. Your joints move easier. You stop dreading the stairs. You feel free again. So let's recap what matters. Some fruits like grapes, mangoes, bananas can slowly drain your strength. Others like berries, cherries, papaya can gently restore it. And the best part, you decide. Before you go, I want to ask if something in this video resonated with you. If you had a moment where things clicked, type 1 in the comments to let me know, or type 0 if you're still on the fence. Either way, your voice matters here. And if you found even one piece of value today, hit that like button. It helps more people see the truth. Subscribe if you want more real health content that's made for you, not the 20-year-olds on TikTok. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss the next insight that could change your life. Because your legs, they don't just carry your body. They carry your freedom, your independence, your ability to live on your terms, protect them, nourish them, and stay resilient, because you're stronger than you think. This isn't just health advice, this is charity. And if this helped even a little, share it with someone you care about. Until next time, stay steady, stay smart, and keep walking.